Intercepted. And he's running it back. Nobody is going to catch him. Touchdown, Tigers!
I know you wanted to start today, honey, but you're just not quite ready.
I understand, Mom. I'll practice harder. I won't let you down.
I can't believe we're finally here!
This is our chance. Time to show them what we got.
You think you have what it takes, kid? You're barely tall enough to reach the water cooler.
Size doesn't measure heart, Coach.
Put me in, and I'll show you what matters.
Come and go. Looked down at this tiny goat and saw nothing but a liability. But Will stood tall and said 5 words that would change everything. Give me 6 seconds to prove you wrong. And so the trials began, where speed would meet smarts, where strength would face strategy, and where heart would challenge size itself. Will raced against a cheetah and won by taking the clever path. Outsmarted the strength test with physics and leverage. Weaved through defenders like water flowing through stone. And in the ultimate test, when a massive rhinoceros charged at him with the force of a freight train, Will didn't run, didn't freeze. He waited for the perfect moment and slid right between those thunderous legs, popping up on the other side to score. And in that instant, the coach knew he'd found something special. Will had made the team, but making the team was just the beginning of his journey.
You're almost there. Keep going.
The locker room fell silent when Will walked in to meet his new teammates. Maya, the lioness captain with fire in her eyes and championships in her blood. Bronx, the gentle giant gorilla whose strength was matched only by his heart. Dash, the cocky cheetah with speed to burn. Tank, the rhinoceros enforcer who'd never met a wall he couldn't break. And Quinn, the sarcastic wolf with tricks up his sleeve. They looked at Will like he was a mistake, a joke, the weakest link that would cost them everything they'd worked for. And Tank growled that they'd be the laughing stock of the league. But sometimes the smallest voice speaks the loudest truth. And Will, with frustration and passion burning in his chest, told them he didn't need their approval, didn't need their friendship. He just needed them to let him play, because he would prove himself on the field where it mattered. Day by day, practice by practice, something miraculous began to happen. Will struggled to keep up with Dash's speed, but never quit. Got knocked across the field by Bronx, who then helped him up with a gentle apology. Learned strategy from Maya, who saw potential in those determined eyes. Discovered how to take a hit from Tank and get back up stronger, and mastered trick shots from Quinn's bag of surprises. The team that had been strangers, that had been divided, slowly became more than teammates. They became brothers and sisters. They became family, united as one with their hands stacked together in a circle, ready to take on the world. Then came the biggest stage, the highest stakes, and one impossible dream. The championship game in a stadium packed with 100,000 screaming fans, fireworks exploding in the sky, and the pressure crushing down like a mountain. The announcers couldn't believe their eyes when they saw a goat on the championship roster. And neither could the rival team, the Predators, led by Fang. A battle-scarred tiger with fangs like daggers and a record of destroying anyone who stood in his way. Flanked by Frost, a polar bear who'd sent dozens of players to the hospital. It was David versus Goliath, or in this case, goat versus tiger. And when the whistle blew, the battle was